Presented by Häagen-Dazs.
For the first time in 27 years, the New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals.
When you get this far, you just ask, who's next? Then you run into someone who wants it as much.
Miller open again.
And realize that it's difficult not just to get a ring,
Knicks have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers,
but to even get there.
We knew that our team was capable of doing this. So all we had to do was just put the work in, continue to believe in each other, continue to sacrifice, and that's what we did, and that's why we're here right now with the trophy.
The dream season continues.
The New York Knicks, they're in the NBA Finals for the first time in 27 years. And, of course, they're led by Jalen Brunson. And on Tuesday, when Brunson won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, did you notice his shoes? Well, he was wearing his signature player exclusive, the Statue of Liberty shoes that recently released under the Kobe brand. Now, Jalen only wears Kobe's. He's only ever worn Kobe's. But Jalen Brunson, he told me that tradition, it actually dates back to high school and a gift from Kobe Bryant and a basketball Cinderella story when the shoe fit.
Brunson, three-pointer, puts it in! Captain Clutch has come alive!
Jalen Brunson has thrived in the spotlight of New York City, leading his Knicks into title contention once again. But Brunson's basketball story begins far from the lights on Broadway.
Jalen Brunson, born to play basketball!
With the legend of the game and a shoe that fit.
Tell me about the first time you remember knowing who Kobe Bryant is.
I feel like his name was always around, so I feel like it was always a part of, I guess, my life. My mom and Kobe's sister Shreya were teammates. They played volleyball together at Temple University.
We became roommates, and that's how I got to meet her little brother, who just was always with the basketball, always coming to visit, and wanting to get on the court to play with the college players. He was just Shreya's little brother.
Sandra would eventually marry her college sweetheart, Temple basketball player Rick Brunson, and the Brunson and Bryant families stayed close. The Brunsons moved to Chicago in 2010, where Rick was hired as an assistant coach for the Bulls. And people quickly learned the name of his 14-year-old son, Jalen.
There was rumbles that coach for the Bulls had this kid coming in, and all the kids were, oh, he's really good. Connor, you have competition. And I'm sitting there like, well, we'll see. One Sunday, there's a fall league full package. He came in and dropped 35 points.
I busted his ass. Kicked his ass.
Brunson for three for the corner, he got it!
Jalen starred at Stevenson High School in the suburbs of Chicago. His senior year in 2014, Stevenson was competing in a prestigious holiday tournament, but had Christmas Day off. So Jalen and his mother decided to go to the Bulls game.
The United Center welcoming another capacity crowd on a 40-degree Christmas night. Kobe Bryant will not play tonight because of overall soreness.
The Lakers were playing in Chicago for Christmas, and unfortunately, Kobe did not play.
Kind of bummed or whatever, but then it's post-game, behind the scenes in the back way of the United Center, and then Kobe comes out.
I just remember him walking in the hallway. As a teenager, you're trying to keep your cool. So I said hi, shook his hand or whatever.
And Kobe said something that, to this day, I will never forget.
And that's when he said, why work if you don't want to be the best? That quote will sit with me forever. Everything else is kind of a blur. And he had these red high-top Kobe 9s, the Christmas 9s, and the shoes just kind of fell into my hand. He's like, here you go, these are for you. I think when I got in the car to go home, I looked at it and I was like, oh, I'm definitely wearing these.
I got the call, he was so ecstatic. He's like, I gotta break him in because I'm playing him next day.
That next day was the semifinals of the Proviso West Holiday Tournament.
The Stevenson Patriots won a season in that final.
We had a team rule. We weren't really supposed to wear non-team colored shoes. We were green and gold. I was like, I'm wearing these red shoes. Like, there's nothing that's going to stop me.
And nothing did. Wearing Kobe's Christmas 9s, Jalen racked up 16 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds in the semifinal, and then 27 points, 6 assists in the championship game.
You just feel some type of way when you're wearing a shoe like that. I feel like it gives you extra like confidence boost when you see people looking at your shoes and you're like, oh, he has those on, or what are those? Like, those are hot.
Stevenson won the championship, and Jalen won the tournament MVP.
Played well. I played pretty well.
It's got to be the shoes.
It's definitely the shoes. It's definitely the shoes.
And ever since, there have been plenty of those special basketball moments.
Jalen Brunson buries it!
And this season, Brunson got his own shoe release under Kobe's brand.
This is kind of like an ode to New York, one of the most iconic symbols, Statue of Liberty. And so really wanted to kind of say thank you to the brand and also say thank you to New York.
It's like a full circle moment, especially when talking about those sneakers from the Christmas Day game.
Kobe, did he ever know about the performance you had in those shoes?
I don't think so. I would probably say no. Damn, yeah. At that time, like, you're not thinking anything of it. Knowing what we know now, I would 1,000% would make sure he was in it. Yeah.
Pretty incredible. I mean, what are the chances that they wore the same shoe size in high school? And Jalen Brunson, I think Kobe would be proud of the numbers that he is putting up and the winning that the Knicks are doing here in the postseason. Because Brunson's just the third player in NBA history in the playoffs to average 25 points, 5 assists over an 11-game streak. And he fittingly joins, yes, 2017 Steph Curry, but also Kobe Bryant in 2001. And Brunson, he spoke today on what he's focused on with all this time off between now and the NBA Finals.
Obviously, just being ready to go by the time game one hits. Just comparing our situation from last time, being mentally and physically now locked in. And I think that's really important for us, and that's what we have to focus on these next couple of days.
Thanks, Joe.
Whose phone is this?
I don't know. Who we got?
I'm not going to say anything. But you have a very funny group chat. That's why I asked you what your question was.
Read them. Tell us what's in the group chat. Just kidding. Jalen Brunson's a real one, and we got a real one joining us now, Monica McNutt. Monica, thank you so much for the time. There is no one who knows these New York Knicks better than you, and we know that New York has quite some time off here between now and the NBA Finals. And Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, they both talked about how focused they want to be here. What's Jalen Brunson, his impact in particular, been on this group?
Man, first of all, Malika, that was great reporting on your part on the sneakers. This team is not here without Jalen Brunson. He is the cornerstone of what the Knicks have been able to build about bringing them back to the NBA Finals. He is the guy who is best equipped to shapeshift in terms of what this team needs. You know, in previous seasons, the last two, he was far more ball dominant. This year, he's off the ball a bit more. In particular, highlighted in this postseason run. But when things got tight in that Eastern Conference Game 1, it sure did shift to the old offense out of necessity. And Jalen Brunson was the delightful closer that he has come to be loved by New York.
Yeah, absolutely. But if Jalen Brunson is the cornerstone, as you put it, then Karl-Anthony Towns has to be the bedrock, right, of this team. Yeah. He's become so important to this group. I know you mentioned going back to the old offense, which of course is centered around Jalen Brunson, but Karl-Anthony Towns unlocked so much for this group. How has he been the difference maker?
Well, his ability, Malika, earlier this season, he really talked about wanting to be more involved. He and Mike Brown had to have a little bit of a meeting of the minds, which I think is totally healthy. And being involved was not about scoring. It was about being involved. And we saw him put up fantastic numbers in terms of his assist marks, his rebounding this year, being one of the league leaders in double-doubles. But in this postseason in particular, he has just added a level of efficiency and aggressiveness that is impressive. And for him, staying out of foul trouble is so important to his ability to be a monster contributor in terms of what the Knicks do.
And if it is Oklahoma City that they are facing in the postseason, that is going to become all the more important here for Karl-Anthony Towns. Monica, there's no one better. Thank you so much for stopping by NBA Today. We're going to be seeing a whole lot of you in New York City very, very soon here. As for their next opponent, though, I said maybe it could be Oklahoma City. It could, right? The Knicks did win 2 out of the 3 against the Spurs, though, in the regular season. That includes the in-season tournament. Less luck against Oklahoma City, however. Their offense just sputtered, and that's what Monica is talking about, that importance of both Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson here. Still to come on NBA Today, Chanae. Game 6.
Let's go.
It's going down tonight in a galaxy far, far away. Which star will shine brighter?
I wish I had a better Star Wars.